Use these to make your friends in history. Choose what time in history you want to travel to. Click on these for more choices in time. Click Open a wardrobe drawer to see the clothes. Click the magic time travel spinner to go back in time. Turn the music off and on if you want. I'll always be with you. Click on me anytime you need help. Click on the black mouse hole to quit. Click here to open the wardrobe. Choose the piece of clothing you want to put on. Hold down the mouse button to grab the clothing and drag it onto your friend. Drag it onto me, your kitty, and I'll tell you something interesting about it. Use the yellow magic clean to put all the clothes back in the wardrobe, fast. Click here on the spinner to travel back to the present. Click here to color and print the clothes. Afterwards, you can come back and put your own designs onto your friend. After you've colored an outfit, the clothes you colored go into the drawer and a star appears. Click the star to switch between the clothes you've decorated and the original clothes. Want to read about a famous woman of the time? Click Woman in the News here. Pretend you lived back then and write a letter to anyone you like. Read your friend's diary, it's okay with her, and create more stories about her. Click the black mouse hole to quit. This skirt drapes nicely, like curtains. Only royalty is allowed to wear this gold headdress. Prahiba's just trying it on. This is the overdrape. It's a lot like a short cape. She carries this amulet for good luck. It's shaped like a scarab, which is a beetle. She wears fashionable ankle bracelets made of metal. She wears bracelets around her upper arms. They match her ankle bracelets. Prahiba's cat loves to play and fish with her when they go splashing together in the Nile River. Prahiba loves to wear her collar on special occasions. It has real jewels, lapis lazuli, turquoise, and red and yellow jasper beads. Prahiba's gold earrings for pierced ears show that she comes from an important family. Prahiba's sandals are made of braided leather. To keep them on, a piece fits between the toes, like a flip-flop. She wears fashionable ankle bracelets made of metal. She wears fashionable ankle bracelets made of metal. Let's color. Click here to see more clothes, to see your friend, and to color in the room too. Pick a color here. Pick a thick or thin crayon to draw with. Click on the paint jar to fill any white space with color. Use the stampers in any color you like. Click here for more stampers. Click here to wipe away all the colors fast. Click here to go back to the room. You can try out your own designs there. Print out a copy of your friend and her clothes. You can cut out the clothes from the printouts and dress your friend. Click the black mouse hole to quit. all about famous women in history. Go back to the room here. Click the black mouse hole to quit. Write a letter to anyone you like. Pick the paper color and pick a border. Click the paint jar to fill in any white spaces in the border. Click here to wipe away all the color fast. Type your message here. You can print your letter here, or print out plain stationery and handwrite your letter. Click here to go back to the room. Click the black mouse hole to quit. Click the lock to open your friend's diary. Click here to go back to the room. Click the black mouse hole to quit. Read about a day in your friend's life. Go back to the room here. Click here to write a new story about your friend for her diary. Click the black mouse hole to quit. This skirt, with the undershirt, makes up the second layer of Wei's clothing. Her belt has an ornament made of jade. It helps keep her skirt from flying up in the wind, and besides, jade is good luck. Her shirt wraps in front, in a V. Wei wears this special silk streamer over her shoulders. Wei wears this complicated headdress only on special occasions. Wei wears this special silk streamer over her shoulders. Wei wears this special silk streamer over her shoulders. She wears this slim-fitting robe made of silk as the first layer. These shoes are for women whose feet have been bound up since they were girls. Bound feet end up tiny, much smaller than these. Women with bound feet hardly can walk. Wei wears this complicated headdress only on special occasions. This overcoat has a lovely design of bamboo branches. Wei's robe has sleeves wide enough for tucking her hands in to keep warm. She can even carry her pup in them, as a hand warmer. Wei's pup's name is Huang. He's Pekingese, a royal dog. He loves to hide in the sleeves of Wei's robe. Ais's veil covers the top of her head. Some people call the veil a coverchief. Most women's hair is worn long. Often it's braided. A barbette, or chin cloth, goes underneath the chin. Stockings are always wool or linen. They attach at the waist. Her underdress is called a kirtle. It's made of wool or linen. Sometimes it's embroidered. A mantle is a kind of cloak. Azalais holds her mantle closed with jeweled pins, called fermailles. Elbow-length sleeves are the newest fashion. They show off the kirtle underneath. Her girdle is like a belt. Women hang little bags or jewels off them. Azalais's girdle has bells. They jangle when she walks. Azalais's falcon is trained to catch birds and small animals and bring them back to her. Azalais's falcon is trained to catch birds and small animals and bring them back to her. Her gauntlet is a heavy leather glove. It protects her hand from the falcon's claws. They can be sharp. Her girdle is like a belt. Women hang little bags or jewels off them. Azalais's girdle has bells. They jangle when she walks. Azalais gets to wear a crown. It's called a fillet or circlet. It holds the veil and barbette in place. Fancy embroidered shoes are a real luxury. chemise gets washed more than the gown, or the girl wearing it. Fans are a stylish accessory, more than a way to cool off. Girls wear cloaks like this to stay warm. The cloak shows her fashionable ruff. Pantalettes like this are terrific for horseback riding. They're made of linen. This is a farthingale. Cordelia calls it a bum roll. It makes her skirt stand out from her hips and waist. This stiff lace ruff is an important sign of wealth for both men and women. Skill in playing musical instruments like the guitar and lute is highly valued. Cordelia plays lively tunes on her guitar. The pointed part at the front of Cordelia's dress is called a stomacher. Women and men wear fancy silk stockings. Cordelia's very high shoes are called chopines. They make her look taller, and they're great for stomping through mud. This linen chemise gets washed more than the gown, or the girl wearing it. Sometimes Prudence wears a hat on top of her coif and hood. This gives extra protection on the most frigid winter days. This dress is made of linen and wool. Luckily, it won't burn fast if it catches a spark from an open kitchen fire. She wears a linen slip as underwear, day and night. The slip also works as a nightgown. This linen cap is also called a coif. Women and girls wear it to keep their hair clean. Her apron, made of linen, protects her skirt, and it's easier to wash than a whole dress. Her heavy wool cloak ties at the neck. The hood is a must for the cold New England weather. She wears separate pockets around her waist. That way she can use them with different skirts. Her petticoats are usually made of linen or wool. Girls often wear several at once. She always wears her corset when she goes out, but not when she's home doing chores. Prudence's nicest shoes have metal buckles. Usually pilgrims wear very simple things so they don't look too fancy. Prudence makes her stockings from scratch. She spins yarn, then knits it. Prudence loves stroking the soft, furry ears of her rabbit. His nose quivers whenever he looks up at her. See the underskirt of this gown? If Jacqueline gets a stain on it, she can turn her skirt and hide the spots. Tall wigs make plenty of room for decorations. They can be bows, silk flowers, or even little models of ships. One wig has a whole naval battle built into it. She makes graceful movements with her silk and ivory fan. Large fancy wigs like this one make Jacqueline look taller. Queen Marie Antoinette herself set the style. She wears a chemise underneath her stays to keep the stays from pinching. A second chemise smooths over any bumps from the stays. Her pantaloons are held by a drawstring at the waist. Paniers hold her fancy skirt out at the sides. Stays is another word for corset. She wears it to make her waist look slimmer. See the underskirt of this gown? If Jacqueline gets a stain on it, she can turn her skirt and hide the spots. Jacqueline ties her silk stockings above the knee with ribbon. Jacqueline's hip pads plump up her hips and make her waist look even smaller. Jacqueline ties her silk stockings above the knee with ribbon. Jacqueline's hip pads plump up her hips and make her waist look even smaller. Everyone in court wears high heels, and if you're really important, see the underskirt of this gown? If Jacqueline gets a stain on it, she can turn her skirt and hide the... Everyone in court wears high heels, and if you're really important, like the king, you can wear red ones. A neckerchief helps protect from the wind and sun. In a dust storm, it covers her nose and mouth. This hat has a brim called a poke. It protects her from the prairie's hot sun. Susanna's hand-knit stockings tie above the knee. Her pockets tie around the waist. Susanna carries lots of things she finds on the prairie, like flowers and grasshoppers. Aprons are easier to make and clean than dresses. Susanna wears an apron over her dress to protect it from getting dirty. While traveling, Susanna doesn't have to wear a corset. Too uncomfortable. Her slip is also called a chemise. It's the very first layer underneath her corset and petticoat. Since it's July, Susanna leaves her boots in the wagon most of the time. Girls can go barefoot in the summer. Petticoats keep girls warm. This one is flannel, a very warm cotton. A shirtwaist is just a straight dress with some buttons. Billy the rooster wakes the family each morning. The littlest chick hatched just last week, cute and fuzzy. The low neckline of Chloe's dress shows off her pretty necklace. Chloe's chemise keeps her corset from pinching and poking. These drawers, long underpants, sometimes show when she dances. Dresses are so wide these days, Sometimes only one girl at a time can sit on a sofa. Her earrings are made of hollow gold. This makes them very light. Her earrings are made of hollow gold. This makes them very light. Chloe's chemise keeps her corset from pinching and poking. Her bracelet, a gift from her grandmother, matches her earrings and necklace. Chloe's kitty is called Cotton Fluff. Her ribbons match Chloe's dresses. Dresses are so wide these days, sometimes only one girl at a time can sit on a sofa. Think of how big her cloak must be to fit over her dress. Of course, Chloe's corset is very stiff. It's made of steel, or sometimes whalebone. She holds on to the bedpost while her sister pulls the laces tight. Women and girls almost always wear a bonnet or hat during the day. It protects their faces from the sun. This is called a caged crinoline. It's what makes the dresses so big. The steel hoops hang from suspenders. To keep her arms covered, Chloe wears a lace shawl. These patterned socks are made of knitted cotton. Chloe wears delicate dancing shoes, also called slippers. Almost every girl in India has at least one bangle bracelet. She wears metal ankle bracelets that jingle when she walks. Lakshmi's mother knows the sound of each daughter's bracelets. That's how she can recognize them with her eyes closed. She wears metal ankle bracelets that jingle when she walks. Lakshmi's mother knows the sound of each daughter's bracelets. That's how she can recognize them with her eyes closed. Lakshmi wears fine sandals on special occasions, but most of the time she goes barefoot. This jar holds a perfume called patchouli. It smells fresh as young trees. Lakshmi loves to put a tiny bit on her wrists. She has so much fun making beautiful designs on her hands and feet. She uses henna, a vegetable dye. It washes off after a while, then she makes new ones. She has so much fun making beautiful designs on her hands and feet. She uses henna. Like her mother, Lakshmi has long hair. She braids and fastens it with a pretty hair ornament made of silver. She wears a tight-fitting blouse called a choli underneath her sari. A sari is a southern Indian dress made from a long rectangular piece of cloth. This one is made from cotton, some are made from silk. It wraps around Lakshmi's body. Some girls wear rings like this on their toes. Lakshmi's monkey brings her fruit from the highest branches that she can't reach herself. See the crescent shape hanging from Azine's necklace? Navajos believe it protects against the evil eye. Kancha belts have beautiful silver decorations and buckles. Azine and her mother make their own hats. They weave them like baskets, using small, soft branches from willow trees and oak trees. Azine's blanket is woven from the wool of her own sheep. Navajo are famous for their blankets. To get the pleats, this skirt gets twisted around a broomstick. It's called a broomstick skirt. Her boots are made from soft leather, chamois. They're either deer leather or buckskin. The zigzag pattern on her shirt collar is made with special trim. It's called rickrack. She wears this petticoat under her skirt. Navajo girls usually let their hair grow and grow. An old belief says that cutting hair keeps the rain from falling. She uses this woven band to tie up her long hair. It goes into a special figure-8 shape. Her necklace is made of multicolored glass beads. Her straw cone-shaped hat covers her head from the hot sun. At important festivals, women wear bracelets of gold. At important festivals, women wear bracelets of gold. The gold in Fathia's necklace probably comes from a gold mine not far from Bonwire, her town. Her earrings are for special occasions. Her earrings are for special occasions. Fathia's beautiful vest is made of strips of hand-woven kente cloth. It takes a long time and plenty of skill to make enough kente cloth strips for a vest. That's why it's called the cloth of kings. Fathia's skirt wraps around her waist and ties in an interesting knot. Girls and boys wear these smocks, also called fugus. Her shirt is made of batik cotton cloth. Batik uses dye, wax, and patterns. This brightly colored lunchbox is made of recycled tin cans. Women often wrap their heads in cotton fabric. Look closely at Fathia's dress. It has a traditional dye cloth pattern. This dress is also lightweight. Taking care of the family's goat is one of Fathia's daily jobs. Fathia's basket is woven in a smart checkered pattern. Her leather sandals have carved leather shapes on them. See, near her feet? Have you ever worn a flower in your hair? She wears a copper bracelet. Some people think copper protects them from getting sick. At the commune, women and men have long hair. Sunshine's vest is hand-embroidered. People wear necklaces with lots of colorful beads made of glass, clay, and wood. Sunshine's undershirt is tie-dyed. How hip! Everybody's wearing knee socks these days, not only young girls. She wears a sash belt made of a wide piece of soft cloth. Her leather bag has fringes. Lots of people on the commune wear fringed jackets, too. This comfortable top is called a peasant blouse. It's often embroidered. Sunshine's patchwork skirt is homemade out of pieces of old fabric. Sunshine's clogs have wooden soles. She has to grip them with her toes to keep them on. Sunshine's dog is the best tennis ball catcher. Do you really want to quit?